Have you ever wondered how some people remain calm no matter what happens? How they manage to hear harsh words and walk away with their peace still intact? It used to feel like magic to me, some rare trait the lucky ones were born with. But then I learned something strange. Most insults have absolutely nothing to do with you. Trying not to lose your temper every day sounds simple. Surviving it? Not so much. So, before you relax, take a second to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly enjoy what I'm building here. And drop a comment with your location and time of day. I like knowing when and where these ideas meet you. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so we can continue exploring deeper Stoic lessons together each day. One afternoon, someone I barely knew accused me of being arrogant. Out of nowhere. Just tossed it in. Like a grenade in a calm room. For hours it spun in my head. I kept thinking, what did I do wrong? Why would they say that? Should I explain? Defend myself? The truth? I did nothing arrogant. But still, I carried their anger like it belonged to me. Later that night I remembered something Epictetus said. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. It's not the insult that hurts, it's believing it's true. Or needing to prove it's not. And when you see that clearly, you realize most insults aren't sharp. They're just people throwing their own confusion at the nearest wall, hoping something sticks. Seneca wrote about this too. He once described how he trained himself not to flinch at public scorn. Even when people jeered at him in the street, he stayed calm. But here's the quirky part. He used to practice walking slowly in front of his critics, intentionally slowing his pace to test his ego's need to escape discomfort. He treated it like strength training for the soul. And that brings up a fascinating debate among modern philosophers. Is it ever healthy to take things personally? If your identity is never touched, are you emotionally numb or just liberated? I used to think ignoring insults was weakness. Now I think it's precision. It's a refusal to fight with ghosts. There was a time when I couldn't let anything go. A raised eyebrow, a strange tone, even a pause too long in a conversation, and my brain would race. Did I offend them? Are they judging me? Should I explain myself? That's the mind, running around with its hair on fire, trying to control how others see you. And it is exhausting. It took me years to realize this wasn't about them. It was about me. More specifically, my ego. Epictetus said, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." And my opinion was simple. If they misunderstand me, I must fix it. But fixing it often meant defending myself.
And really, isn't that what most overreactions are? An ego screaming, "Please don't misread me." Meanwhile, the Stoic sits quietly and says, let them. Let them misunderstand, let them dislike, let them project. You stay with yourself. But this is where things get tricky. Some psychologists argue that not defending yourself can create repressed emotions, that if you never push back, you become invisible. And there's some truth in that. But here's where Stoicism clarifies things. You don't have to stay silent. You just have to act from reason, not from injury. Speak because it's useful, not because you're bleeding inside. Marcus Aurelius, this man ruled an empire, once wrote in his journal, "You always own the option of having no opinion." Imagine that. Being allowed to say nothing. Not because you're afraid, but because your peace doesn't need rescuing. There's this odd detail I love. Marcus used to write, "You are dying," at the top of some pages, just as a reminder not to waste time getting upset about shadows. And I ask myself now, would I care about this insult if I had one day to live? Would I respond differently if I didn't need to be right, just free? The answer's usually yes.
Because defending yourself all the time is just another way of saying, I still think they define me. One morning, I got a message that said, "Wow, you think you're so wise now, huh?" No context, no name I recognized. I smiled. Not mockingly, just warmly. Because I realized finally that nothing in that sentence belonged to me. It was like someone tossing a rock through the air, hoping I'd catch it with my chest. But I didn't. I just let it pass. And that's when it hit me. Freedom isn't the absence of insult. It's the absence of reaction. There's a strange kind of joy in not being disturbed. Not coldness, not indifference. Clarity. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." But bravery isn't always loud. Sometimes it's walking away with your soul unshaken. I once knew a woman who carried a small pebble in her pocket. Every time someone said something unkind, she'd touch it. It was her reminder not to absorb things. Just observe, just be. Like a mountain during a storm, aware but unmoved. And this opens a deeper question. If you never took anything personally again, what would be left of you? Would you be more you or less? Some philosophers worry that detachment strips us of intimacy. I ask myself, does this need a reaction or just a breath? It's wild how many things collapse in silence. Like insults, or egos, or arguments that only exist in your own mind. The freedom you feel when you no longer defend your name every day, it's like exhaling after years of holding your breath. You don't have to prove who you are, just live it. So what if you never took anything personally again? What would your days look like if every sideways glance, every passive remark, every judgment just drifted past you, like clouds that don't concern the mountain they're passing? This is what the Stoics teach. That peace doesn't mean everyone is kind. It means no one can steal your inner stillness. People will misunderstand you. Some will mock you. Others will create stories about you. Let them. It's not your job to correct every illusion. Your only task, your only real task, is to keep your character intact. To stay calm inside the noise. To act with reason and courage, not pride and pain. So, next time you feel that tug, to react, to defend, to prove yourself, ask, what would a free person do right now? And do that. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so we can continue exploring deeper Stoic lessons together each day. So, before you relax, take a second to like the video and subscribe. But only if you truly enjoy what I'm building here. Let me know where you're watching from and what time it is where you are. I love seeing where these quiet minds gather. And until next time, stay light, stay grounded, and remember, your peace is never up for debate.